Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of Channel ZDI, the Zelda Dungeon Informer community podcast. This episode, just like the others, is going to feature 3 segments. It's going to start off with the Lorule Lounge, then there will be the review debate, followed by the Master Quiz. Unfortunately, this time around, I was actually not able to be present for the Lorule Lounge discussion. I normally host that segment, but I couldn't do it this time because of scheduling conflicts. So Libk took over for me instead. I've given it a listen, and the team did a fantastic job, so look forward to that. Now, before we actually get into the podcast, there are a few things I want to go over. So first off is the Golden Key Awards. So the Golden Key Awards are an annual awards competition that we hold at the forums. Basically what you do is you nominate members for different awards. They range from personality awards, like most charismatic, most laid back. There are activity awards, like most active, best poster. And then there's creativity awards, such as best musician, best artist, best writer, etc., etc. It's been a tradition on Zelda Dungeon forums for a long time. And so the 2017 awards have just begun. The nomination round for the awards ends on July 25th, 2017. So head on over to the community area where the thread is and place your nominations. Next up, going along with the Golden Key Awards, if you go over to the Mafia section, if you're an avid Mafia player at the forums, the Mafia Awards have just started. They're very similar to the Golden Key Awards in concept, except it's limited to Mafia. So all the awards are Mafia-based, like Best Player, Best Townie, Best Game, Best Theme, etc. Nominations for the Mafia Awards are open until July 30th, so head on over there if you're a Mafia player and vote. Next up, the writing competition, round 17, is almost over. There were 2 entries that you can vote for. Voting ends on July 19th. So if you're interested in writing, head on over to the competition section, check out the writing competition, and vote for your favorite entry. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the new Game Night Discord server that was recently opened. So there was discussion a while ago about having game nights at the forums where, we just hang out and play some games like Cards Against Humanity or Mario Kart 8 or whatever we want to play. So we recently opened up a Discord server. It opened up yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever it is that this gets released compared to when I record it. So that's the thing now. There's a thread in the community area that Jimmy posted. So if you're interested in joining that server, head on over to that thread where there's an invitation link that you can follow to join the server. Now, with all that out of the way, I think it's about time to actually get started with the podcast. So, to open up the Lorule Lounge, I'm going to pass it over to Libk and the rest of the team. So, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Sit back and enjoy the show.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to.
Hello, Zelda Dungeon, and welcome to the Lorule Lounge. Lounge? Yeah, let's
Yes.
add that to the blooper reel.
Yep.
Welcome to the Lorule Lounge. I'll be your host today. I'm Libk, and joining me will be Petter and DekuNut.
Hello.
Today we're going to be talking about E3's announcements, which there are some pretty good ones. I think you guys would agree.
Yeah, definitely.
But probably more from the Nintendo side from you guys, I'm assuming?
Well, of course.
Yeah, mostly. Absolutely.
It helps that I only actually watched 2 presentations, but...
I have watched 3 of them, but I've gone through the rest of them, just over the announcements, because E3 is like a holiday to me.
So yeah, I admittedly did not watch any of the announcement live actually this year.
I probably would have watched more if it didn't coincide with finals week.
Oh yeah.
So that didn't make it easy.
Yeah, I bet not. Well, I think we're just gonna start off with the big, the big one, Nintendo, because Nintendo had a lot to talk about this year. We'll save the biggest thing for last, because I'm sure you guys are wanting to talk about that quite a bit. One of the big ones for me, Rocket League, is coming to Switch, and it's got its cross-network compatibility and some exclusive items, which is pretty exciting. I don't know if you guys have played it.
No.
But
I haven't actually either, no.
you guys know the concept, right?
Yeah, it's soccer with RC cars.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the concept, to be honest. I mean, I saw a little bit of it on the E3 thing, but
Yeah, it's soccer with RC cars.
It'll do pretty well on the Switch.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, my cousin really likes the game.
The Breath of the Wild DLC, though, that's another big one.
That's gonna be interesting.
Petter, you're the only other one here that has it, right?
I think so. I mean, I have it.
I've got it, but I don't really play it a lot. Well, I say I've got it, but
The hard mode really looks interesting to me. Because
Yeah.
when they were talking about it before, they were like, oh, it's gonna be enemies or one level higher and health regeneration. Woo. I'm like, sounds great. And then they showed the Octoballoon platforms rise up with like 3 guys each on it. And I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Actually, that's something that I've really been missing in Breath of the Wild is flying enemies. Because there's basically only the keys, and they always fly pretty low to the ground, like pretty close to the ground anyway. So there haven't really been any flying enemies in a game where you have a freaking paraglider. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this...
You get the Flying Guardians.
True, there's those two.
Those are
But yeah,
terrifying.
they
that
they
sounds
are.
awesome.
I still would have liked to see more flying enemies in Breath of the Wild, like Cargoroks or something like that. But
Yeah, I can agree there. But, I mean, not many Zelda games have flying enemies anyway.
I guess. But I just feel like Breath of the Wild is such a good game for that, because you spend so much time, like, paragliding in the air,
Maybe that was a
But-
reason not to.
I guess. But
So you don't just get... Oh, could you imagine just flying and getting hit in the air?
Yeah.
And then falling?
It would be fun, though. I mean,
Rip.
it would add more challenge.
Oh, man. Did you guys watch the Super Mario Odyssey trailer?
I did.
Yes.
That looks amazing.
Mm-hmm. I remember I was looking at the trailer at first and whispering, I was like, what is this? Like, Ark Survival Evolved? I don't know, there's a dinosaur? I've got no idea.
Look, I was
Yeah.
already excited before, but man, it looks really, really good now.
Yeah, Super Mario Odyssey is definitely, it's going to be the game that is going to make me buy a Switch.
I haven't been interested in a Mario game since Super Mario Galaxy, and this is by far the closest thing to Galaxy, Sunshine, and 64 that we're gonna get.
Oh, absolutely. We haven't really had a game like that since 2010 with Galaxy 2, so I'm really happy to see this finally.
And even Galaxy 2 was very like borderline like this, because Galaxy 2 still had that like level progression that
Well, it was
instead of the
very,
open
it
world
was both.
exploration.
It had a bunch of both.
Yeah, and this
worlds, I
is
felt.
very much a more open world game, closer to 64 as we've seen.
at least what I've seen so far from the trailer, it seems that way. I didn't watch any of the stream of the game.
I did, and it was very open world.
All right,
That's
awesome.
that's promising.
That's going to be more like 64 or Sunshine then, in that case, because both Galaxy games are pretty non-open world.
Yeah, pretty linear.
Yeah.
Yeah. The new Yoshi game didn't do much for me, honestly. I think I've kind of grown out of Yoshi games.
Yeah, I mean, it's cute. It always is. And I might get it
Mm-hmm.
just because I can't get enough of Yoshi. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just in love with Yoshi.
Yeah, I mean, the game looks interesting. I probably... Yeah, I might play it, I probably won't.
The new Kirby Interesting Looks game too. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks very game.
No,
it looks
Yes.
very game. I actually haven't been excited about a Kirby game, and this one's got me excited.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually been like looking forward to a Kirby game. I own a couple of Kirby games, but
I
it's
have
nothing that I've ever
never-
been like excited for.
Never been excited for a Kirby.
yeah, I admit I didn't look that far into Kirby outside seeing there was a Kirby game, and I don't remember a lot about that original trailer.
Oh yeah, and I also think this new Kirby game, it looks very like it looks like what I want a Kirby game to look like, It's not yarn. It's not just a ball Kirby like with
It's
no
Kirby.
limbs. It's actually Kirby. So I'm really happy about that.
But all that aside, that's all stuff that people kind of expected from Nintendo this year.
Yeah.
Even kind of Rocket League was expected to a point because Nintendo really wants to expand. But where things got interesting, where Nintendo probably took E3, because in my opinion, Nintendo won E3.
They tend to do that.
They showed a single number on a screen.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, sounds about
They
right.
put the single number 4 on a screen,
That was
And
so
the
amazing.
crowd went wild.
and that was it.
Yeah. I mean, I just like seeing the like the space background kind of, and then hearing like the 2 notes. I'm like, oh, it's Metroid! Oh, it's Metroid! Ah.
And you
I
know
got
what?
so
I did the
excited.
same thing when they announced Cloud in Smash. Like I saw the stars and then I heard dun dun dun. I'm like, oh, it's Cloud! I was so excited for Cloud, but I wish I could have seen the Nintendo conference live instead of watching it later because I would have flipped. And with that, we also got Metroid: Samus Returns coming to
Which,
3DS.
I'll be honest, I'm more excited for that because I've never actually played one of the Prime games. I've only played the 2D Metroid games.
Yeah, Metroid Prime is the first Metroid game I played. And actually, with Prime 4 being announced, I plugged in the GameCube and played more Prime.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've played like through most of Prime 1. I have the entire trilogy, but I haven't really played the second and third games. But I probably will try and
I'm in the
beat
same
all
boat.
3. Yeah.
I have to do that too. As well, with all these announcements with Nintendo, Metroid Samus Returns, they announced 2 amiibo for it. A
one of
Samus
them-
Aran amiibo and a Metroid amiibo.
And the Metroid Amiibo is squishy.
Wait, is it?
It's
Is it?
squishy.
I haven't actually
Ooh.
looked into them. Hold on. No way. Is it really?
This is
that's
what's
what
getting
I
us
heard.
the most excited.
Oh, it's gonna be a 2-pack. Samus Aran and Metroid 2-pack. Oh, these look so cool. It does look like it's probably gonna be squishy.
Yep. GameSpot. E3 2017. New Metroid 3DS Amiibos revealed. One of them is squishy.
Oh my god! I need it!
That is neat.
Holy crap! No, you guys, I'm gonna just fidget with this amiibo. Forget fidget spinners. I'm gonna squeeze the Metroid all day.
Oh no.
Holy crap! I'm gonna have to get a second one just for work.
Alright, yeah. So, screw Metroid Prime. It looks like what won E3 for Jordan was the squishy Amiibo.
I don't know, because there are 4 other amiibo that might be close to that.
All right, should we
Yeah,
talk
but
about those?
what are the likeliness that they're squishy?
But one of them's a waifu. Actually, 4 of them are waifus. Actually, 3 of them are waifus, and one of them is an asshole.
Okay, do we go into what this is before we go further?
You know, probably.
Breath of the Wild, the second DLC pack, which is called Champions Ballad, if I remember correctly, or Ballad of Champions. Yeah, I think it's Champions Ballad though. Actually, I can look it up real quick. Yeah, the Champions Ballad. We'll be getting 4 amiibo as well, 1 for each of the 4 champions.
So, did he call Daruk a waifu?
Yeah.
Alright, Daruk is the best waifu. I'm not gonna argue that.
Goron
Daruk
males
is-
are allowed into Gerudo Town, so
I mean,
Oh, that's true.
Daruk is waifu.
confirmed.
Daruk is
Urbosa
waifu
is a
confirmed.
waifu. Mifa is a waifu, and Rivali's just an asshole.
I'm sure Rivali is somebody's waifu.
Rivali is nobody's waifu.
Rivali is definitely somebody's waifu. Rule 34.
Rivali is
Somebody's
not my
waifu.
waifu, but he is my favorite champion, to be honest.
Is he your husbando?
I guess he would be, yeah.
Oh man.
I love those terms.
And then we're getting 3 amiibo for Super Mario Odyssey, which is
Yeah, I
also
don't think I saw those.
which is also pretty exciting. They all are basically wearing wedding stuff.
Yeah, it's the Mario Peach Bowser wedding stuff, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think.
Which means I'll have like 4 Bowsers after that. I think.
Yeah, but one of them will have a top hat.
One of them has a... Oh, no, 3 Bowsers. One has a top... No, 4, because I have one that I need to paint.
Oh.
Because custom amiibo. I don't know if I want to make it a Nazi or do one of his alternate costumes.
Whoa.
I say Nazi, but, you know.
The thing is,
Maybe
he
that's
wasn't
up-
gifted to me, and I've got a rule that I paint all gifted amiibo that I already have as Nazis.
It's an
Anyway.
interesting trend.
That kind of wraps it up for Nintendo.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
there
much.
is the one other game that's I talked a lot about in the pre that I just want to get out of the way. Talking about here, although I guess it was also kind of the Ubisoft one.
Oh, Mario and
right.
Rabbids.
Should we talk
yeah.
about that here or Ubisoft?
We can talk
It doesn't
about
matter.
We can go in either.
We can talk about it here.
All right, cool. It looks better than I thought it would be.
Oh, it does.
It's like, I know I was like murdering it with words last time, but now that I know it's not just like a mini game WarioWare thing, I'm
no,
cool
it
with
looks like an RTS.
I know,
almost.
which is awesome.
Yeah,
It
it's...
actually looks like a turn-based, but
I'm not sure if it'll be turn-based or not, but it still looks good.
Yeah, and I
I'm
think
somewhat
it can
pumped
be.
for it.
I think it can be pretty fun too. I mean, just design-wise, it's fun. I think, and I'm sure it can be fun in other ways as well. I mean, it will be. I'm sure.
all right. So moving on, we're gonna go to Sony. A lot of what is on Sony is kind of stuff we already knew, but we'll go through it. Apparently, Skyrim VR will be coming to PlayStation VR.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
that's exciting.
which means Bethesda's getting my money again 2 times this year, because I'm gonna have to get Skyrim VR as well as Skyrim on Switch.
Oh, do you really though?
Yes,
Yeah.
because VR.
But do you
Like,
need it on Switch
yeah.
if you have it on? The
Yeah,
VR?
that's where I'm at.
Yes, because I'm gonna have a complete collection on Switch.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
and your stupid goals.
Oh, that is
I've already
stubborn.
got access to the game on PC and 360.
I
I'm
have
not
access
planning on
to
buying
it
it
on
again,
PC
except
in 2 different forms. Have access to it on 360.
So are you just going for the full Skyrim collection as well?
Yeah, so Skyrim VR on PlayStation VR,
Yes.
which
I'm sure that's going to be pretty darn cool.
God of War is getting an early release date. It's finally gotten a release date. It's coming out in early 2018. Again, a game we already knew about, really, but it looks good.
I'm actually not that into, like, I didn't really watch much of the Sony stuff, so I'm not really, I don't know a lot about this.
I mean,
Just
if you saw
pointing
the
that
stuff
out.
from last year, it looks good. I've never
Yeah.
been a God of War fan, so
Yeah, I've never tried them. Once again, my cousin loves those games, but I just never played them. Have good designs though.
yeah, I agree. I don't get them personally. Big one for me, Destiny 2 will still be getting exclusive stuff on the PS4. And I am a big Destiny fan, so to hear that the best Destiny experience will still be on the PlayStation, it's gonna make me buy it for the PlayStation, not the PC. We got footage of Spider-Man.
That's actually the
For PS4.
one game that I am pretty excited for. Although I don't have a PlayStation, so I wouldn't be able to play it anyway. But it looks really neat. I think.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. A little wary of the fact that there would seem to be a lot of QuickTime events, but that was also like super early, very story-based stuff, so it probably won't be quite as QuickTime as we've seen.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that bad with that.
QuickTime events always get on my nerves.
Yeah. It's like, watch, have a cutscene or have gameplay. Don't do both.
Yeah. That's like the middle ground where no one's completely satisfied.
Or be Telltale.
And then one of the last big things we really saw was Call of Duty World War II got a new trailer, which woo. Oh, and Shadow of the Colossus is coming to PS4.
Oh yeah, I heard a lot of people were excited for that. I haven't
Which-
seen
Yeah.
anything of it myself though.
I actually wanted to play that, but now I can.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking of buying a PS4, so if I do, then that'll definitely be a game I get. Because I've heard great things about the original. You know, I guess remake, not sequel, but hey.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, if we don't have anything more to go over with Sony, we go to Ubisoft.
No.
Oh yeah.
We got a couple of Far Cry 5 trailers. It's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah, me too, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Ubisoft is just going to be a bunch of eh. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is happening.
Also, for me.
Skull and Bones.
All right, guys, do it with me. 3, 2, 1.
Eh.
Oh, this is more exciting than the Ubisoft thing.
Well, there's one Ubisoft game that I'm not about.
Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Oh no, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I was about to say
Okay,
two Ubisoft games, because Assassin's Creed Origins got a release date.
Oh, I didn't. I missed the release date actually.
October 27th.
October.
We're getting it this year.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty sure of that because it's always like they pretty much sort of promised that like they'd skip last year making a game then, but come with one like in 2017.
It looks really exciting.
Yeah, and just like having it be the original or like the first story basically of that whole thing is. It really intrigues me. I mean, I've been a fan of that show of that gaming franchise since very early on. So
and that was an awesome first trailer we got at the Xbox Direct.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch it live, but I saw it later on.
And you listened to us talk about it live.
Yeah, we were in a call during that, and I didn't watch it, but I listened to the other guys talking about it.
Bethesda announcements were not very exciting this year.
We got Skyrim.
On the Switch.
On the Switch and on the PS4.
Wolfenstein 2 release date, October 27th.
Cool.
The Evil Within 2 reveal trailer and October 13th release date. Which, meh.
Yeah, we're sorry we're not super interested in all of these games.
Yeah, we're Nintendo people. We're here for a Zelda forum.
Mostly,
should say something.
I mean, some of these are actually really exciting. Like, Fallout VR is honestly really exciting.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. Most of the VR games are because those are good games in the first place.
And Doom VR. Like, I'm sure people are going to die playing it, but it'll be good.
Yeah, once again, a good game that's getting VR. That's awesome.
The only thing that I'm upset about with those games, Fallout VR, is PC only with the Vive. So I'm not going to get to play it on PS4.
I see.
But Doom VR is on PS4, which doesn't make sense to me. But I guess I'll finally
question
play
it.
finally play some Doom.
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic.
That's about it for Bethesda too, though, because we didn't get what everyone wanted. Elder Scrolls 6 didn't get a trailer.
Yeah, I feel like it's about time. I mean, Skyrim came out 6 years ago.
They're just gonna keep remaking Skyrim.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls
here's the
6
thing.
is just Skyrim.
They're going to like you're going to make millions each time they remake this game. Why would they make a new one? Okay, guys, so we're going to take this game. We're going to add amiibo functionality. And we're going to sell it again. And we'll make all the same people buy it.
Well, so I kind of understand putting it on the Switch.
Yeah.
Because then you can take Skyrim on the go.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad to put it on the Switch. I'm just, giving an example.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess porting to the Switch will be a lot harder than it was porting to, say, PS4. Because of just how different the control scheme is.
But it makes sense to me to put it on the Switch when... Why doesn't a gaming company want their game to be both mobile and home console.
So that they can sell 2 different versions, except they really weren't going to anyway, so I guess that's a moot point.
Right. I mean, why not just sell it all on one thing? But anyway, yeah, Bethesda wasn't exciting. We did get some cool things from Microsoft, though.
Uh-huh.
Admittedly. And we actually were in a call together for the Microsoft conference.
Yeah, that's the one that we were in a call hearing.
What do you guys think of the name of their new console, the Xbox One X?
Oh, you mean the Xbox?
I mean, seeing as it's... I mean, I kind of thought at first that it was, like, going to be a completely new, like, system, like, for, like, as a new generation, kind of. And while I was thinking that, I thought it was an awful name. Learning later that it was actually just, like, an update, kind of the Xbox One, I'm more okay with the name, though, as it is.
I prefer Project Scorpio, personally. I kind of wish they kept it at that.
Same.
Xbox Scorpio. That sounds cool.
Yeah, that would be epic. I would buy that console, but I'm not going to buy the Xbox One X.
Did you guys see how small it was?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's tiny. It's like NES size, which is tiny compared to current consoles.
The 360 or the original one.
Yeah, the original one is massive.
Absolutely huge. What do you guys think of the price tag? $500 for it.
It's expensive, but
yeah.
How much was the original one at release?
$500.
That sounds about right.
I mean, if it's really good, then sure. But
I can't. What 2 reasons I haven't bought an Xbox One? The first one is just price when it first came out. Second, there aren't many games for it that I want.
Mm-hmm. And the games you do want are for something else.
Right, and the other thing is, even if there's not a game I want, Microsoft has been doing a lot more with its Windows 10 stuff recently. Like, I can just play my Xbox One games on Windows 10. What's the point of me getting an Xbox One?
That is an excellent question.
I mean, I already have an Xbox One, so I'm definitely not getting the One X. I mean, I have no need for it.
Right.
Yeah. I've got my 360, and I'm just happy with that.
Yeah.
Forza 7's coming in October 3rd. And like usual, it looks really nice. Probably plays really nice.
Yep, probably.
I don't know much about it, so I can't really say much.
It's a racing game with really, really good graphics. Like, if you want to know how good... If you want to know how good a console is, play a Forza. Because Forza looks gorgeous. But I'm not really into the racing games.
Yeah, I'm not really either, other than Mario Kart.
Yeah, I mean, that one's just so fun, you can't say no to it. Everything else is just kind of samey. Except Racing USA, that, like, old arcade game. I approve of that one.
Cruisin' USA?
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
I had it on N64.
Oh, nice. I only ever played in arcades.
It was such a fun game.
Yeah, definitely.
I also had the off-road game on N64. I don't know if you guys know that one.
Nope.
No. I haven't played the other 2 games in this series, but the trailer had me just dying. Crackdown 3.
Yeah, this is the first time I've heard of it.
Same here.
Really? Because this is the first time I've heard of Crackdown as well.
Oh, alright.
But, that trailer.
It had Terry
What kind of
Crews
game is
in
it?
It's a game with Terry Crews in a trailer.
That's all you need to know.
What? Okay.
It's the Old Spice guy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Microsoft had a lot going for it. That trailer was really good, though, because what trailer with Terry Crews isn't good?
That is an excellent question. I don't know.
We also got to see gameplay for Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oh, yeah.
That That was nice because I always prefer seeing gameplay over seeing like just
Trailer.
story trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good looking. Oh, the big Minecraft announcement, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Something that I was happy for. All
Definitely.
console versions of Minecraft will have cross-network.
Oh, PC
Play.
too. Like the Windows 10
PC
version?
with Windows 10 edition.
Yeah, but everyone who's got PC version is Windows 10, so...
So what they're doing is they're making Java version, or what is now known as like PC version. They're gonna call it Java version in the future, because Java's not really compatible with the consoles as much.
Yeah.
So you'll still have a separate PC version, but Windows 10 edition can work with consoles. What I'm actually most excited for with this, my little brothers have an Xbox One, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to be able to go over to my parents' place with my Switch and be able to play Minecraft with them,
Yeah.
but be able to play on my Switch.
And I
Like,
guess... Yeah. This is really the first time the big three have worked together on anything, isn't it? I mean, it was mostly Microsoft, but both Nintendo and Sony had to agree to it.
They did, but I think it's more Mojang's doing, because even though Microsoft bought Mojang, they still let them kind of do what they want.
Yeah, that's true. And that's probably the best possible option for that. Don't want... Yeah,
Right.
Having...
Not only that, why doesn't Microsoft want Minecraft on the Switch?
True.
And I mean, it's on the Switch, but a good mobile Minecraft, why wouldn't they want that?
That's definitely true.
What else was announced on Microsoft? We got the new Middle-earth game, which actually looks good. I like the whole system there where you're making your army out of the orcs. It seems pretty fun. And the orcs have a lot of character to them. I like orcs.
Yeah, that might be something I'll get.
Oh,
Maybe.
Middle-earth?
Yeah. Possibly.
Yeah. And then we're getting Sea of Thieves.
Oh, yes.
Yes, which... Like, this may seem like a random game to you guys to be excited for, but...
Sea of Thieves looks amazing. For you guys that don't know what this game is, it's a open world pirate game, but it's also online, like an MMO kind of. It's an MMO pirate game that you can play with friends, and you can play and you can go and fight other people who are
You can
doing
be
their
like a
pirating
little
stuff.
crew together, sail a ship together, explore islands together.
Firestorm out of a cannon together.
Yeah. So yeah.
Get
and, like,
treasure together.
personally, I'm not an online gamer at all, actually, but this is something that I'll probably definitely get because I think it's
I'm
a lot like.
I'm definitely looking forward to playing with you guys.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
what
going to
I'm
be a lot
looking
of
forward
fun.
to.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're gonna be the best pirates on the seas.
Arg.
Yeah, those are the exciting things from Microsoft.
So there's some stuff at least.
Yeah,
Right, there's
Microsoft
actually
is more
some-
entertaining. But they probably got second best at E3 this year.
I would agree there. I think the only way another company could have hit second best is if Bethesda announced and showed a trailer for Elder Scrolls 6.
I mean, or they just made a super awesome logo like Metroid Prime 4.
You know what? If Bethesda put a 6 on the screen,
Yeah,
that's higher than 4.
it is.
They might have taken it.
That is true.
I mean, if you're going by,
A Roman numeral 6.
I mean, if you're going by the very basic "mine is bigger than yours" logic, then yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, although I'm pretty sure there are, all in all, more Metroid games than there are Elder Scrolls games. I'm fairly certain.
Well, yeah, probably
Yes.
because there's the original Metroid, there's Metroid 2, there's Metroid,
Fusion.
Super Metroid.
Fusion, Super Metroid, and then there's the 3.
Other M.
Yeah, Yeah.
We don't talk about
the
other
3
anime.
Prime games. That one that we do not discuss, Federation Force. So
Federation
that's
Force.
9 right there.
Federation Force apparently has a hint at Prime 4.
Yeah, so I've heard. I haven't played that one either.
Right. I mean, neither have I. So, but yeah.
I mean, it is a Metroid Prime game,
Yeah, Metroid Prime Federation Force.
technically speaking.
Wait, so wouldn't that make this Metroid Prime 5?
No, it's a spin-off Prime game.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
that one. I see.
And the last one is EA.
EA.
I
All right.
believe.
Who's excited for a story mode in a soccer game?
Yeah.
No. We had the story mode in the soccer game. We just have a new soccer game.
Well, actually, wait, I think they added the story mode to the football game, too.
They added the story mode to the football game. That's where it matters.
I didn't even know about this. Honestly, I don't know anything about the EA
It's
presentation.
probably for the best. The only thing that's at all interesting is they talked about Battlefront 2.
Battlefront
I
2
see.
looks amazing.
I don't
Oh man, it looks so good. Like I'm a big Star Wars fan. And the biggest thing to take out of this is that EA is kind of righting their wrongs from before. What's EA known for?
care. Sports.
Sports games.
Okay,
Being stupid. Having Sims.
let's talk about their DLC.
Oh, the DLC. Yeah.
You know that thing they do where they don't sell you a complete game
Mm-hmm.
Heard about it.
and then charge you $60 for the rest of the game.
Uh-huh.
So you have to buy the game twice to get your game.
Yeah, that's kind of a dick move.
Here's the thing. Star Wars Battlefront 2, all characters, maps, vehicles, and weapons that release after the game's launch will be released for free.
Which, that is hallelujah. That it's not really DLC, but hey.
Well, it is DLC, it's just not paid DLC.
Yeah, at the same time, it's just pretty much like updates, like in Minecraft.
It is, but there's going to be events and seasonal things to go with it, just like in the first Battlefront. But holy crap, this game just looks really, really good. I think so. They're adding a story mode, which is exciting because the original didn't have a story mode.
Mm-hmm.
All eras of Star Wars are playable. So
that's
you'll
cool.
have times where you're clones, or you'll have times where you're battle droids, or you could be rebel troopers or stormtroopers or First Order soldiers, and all that stuff. I think the only thing that kind of kills it for me, but at the same time it's really cool, they don't lock characters to eras like the hero characters.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah, so that so many fanboys are going to have their dreams come true.
So many. And so with that is the end of the Lorule Lounge. Hey, I did it again.
Again, awesome.
How do you
Getting
do
some
that
continuity
twice?
here.
Carefully. Yeah, that's the end of the Lorule Lounge. Thank you, Petter and Chase, or DekuNut and Pendio, for being on.
No
Yeah,
problem.
it's been
I
fun.
can finally go to bed. Welcome one and all to the review debate segment. I'm your host, Petter, aka Pendio at the forums, and my guest reviewer in today's episode is Domozilla777. I'll call you Domo. And our review topic in today's episode is Star Wars The Force Awakens. It's kind of relevant now, seeing as the 8th Star Wars film is coming out soon, just later this year, so we'll be talking a bit about the film that came right before that. So we have 4 categories to go through one by one, and the first being story. Would you like to start sharing some of your opinions on that, Domo?
Yeah, sure. So I wasn't really impressed with the story in the movie. It felt way too close to episode 4, in my opinion. And I know that a lot of people like the nostalgia in that, but they used it as more of like a reskin of episode 4 as opposed to a template to go off of, if you know what I mean by that.
I know exactly what you mean, and I also see the similarity with episode 7 compared to episode 4. I am, however, one of those people who really enjoyed that. I think they did it in a good way. I thought the parallels to episode 4 were very enjoyable, and I don't know. To me, it didn't feel like a copy. It very much felt like a continuation because you had the reoccurring characters like Han Solo and Princess Leia, for example, but they all had very different kinds of roles compared to the roles they had in episode 4. Like, they weren't actually main characters anymore, even though of course they were important still.
Yeah, I agree. I like the character balance, how the main characters are no accessory characters or less important. And I do like the new original characters that they've brought to the surface.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But we'll get into that later, I guess.
I mean, yeah, maybe you can move on to that now if you want to. It's
No, I was just gonna talk about Poe and Finn.
Oh right, yeah.
And I don't know about you, but you know the scene where Poe's rescuing, or Finn's rescuing Poe, or whatever's going on, and they're escaping.
Yeah, when they were escaping in the ship.
Yeah, in the TIE fighter.
Yeah.
It just kind of seemed pretty fake, I guess. Like, they seemed to get to be friends, like close friends, way too quickly. And they're like, oh, okay, I got a name for you, so now we're best friends, type of thing.
Well, I can kind of see where you, like, I kind of see what you mean, because it is, they don't spend a lot of time together.
Yeah, I guess
Definitely
it's just
not.
kind of cheesy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it kind of works, though, because what they do is it's a pretty big thing. It's like the whole escaping from the, this new Death Star place. Or maybe that's not, actually, I forget where they are, but they escape anyway, and I feel like like they go through that whole experience together. Even though it doesn't take place over that long a period of time, I still think it's probably something that would, bring people closer together, just because it's such, like, to pull that off, you really have to work closely together.
Yeah, I mean,
it kind of speeds up the process, possibly. I mean, I've never done something like that like
Yeah.
they did there, but yeah, I can imagine it helps anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's also, I understand your point of view, absolutely.
yeah, I could see that. But I think you really see it later on. I forget. It's been a while since I've seen it. On the Rebel base, I think it was when Finn finds out that Poe's not dead or whatever, and they're like run into each other, and that's when it started to get a little cheesy. I was like, okay, I mean, they knew each other for like 5 minutes, or half an hour maybe.
I can also imagine, though, that this whole thing might have made Finn feel guilty in a way, because he was the one who brought Poe with him, because he needed a pilot.
That's a
to
very
escape.
good point. Yeah.
So he might have felt guilty for that over, like, ever since that happened, ever since he thought Poe died, and I think that, I mean, that whole that entire time feeling like that would probably cause you to react the way he did when he saw Poe finally after that whole time.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
At least I can imagine that, but yeah, I mean, it's still interesting, and I look forward to seeing more of Poe in the next film, because he didn't really have much of a, he didn't have a very big role in this one.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I was also looking at Luke Skywalker and some of the older actors, but especially Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
And I did think it was a little disappointing when the whole plot of the movie was, we gotta find Luke, and then he was only in, maybe 30 seconds of the last part of the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, although, I don't know, when I think of these Star Wars movies, they tend to come in trilogies, you know. I tend to think of them like one trilogy as one entity, in a way. And
Yeah.
obviously, we're going to see a lot more of Luke in Episode 8. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So I don't really see a problem with that personally. But I mean, of course, you know, it's always fun to see some more Luke action. But
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll see that in Episode 8. So I'm fine with the way it was in Episode 7.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, yeah, it was a little bit anticlimactic. I give you that. Like, you meet him there, and like they're just standing there looking at each other for like a minute.
Yeah.
And then it ends. Yeah.
But despite my dislikes of this episode 7, I forget what it's called right now.
The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens, thank you. Despite all the problems I have with it, I do really like where it's going. I like what they've set up. I think it was a good movie to set up a story and a plot, and I really like what it's looking like for episode 8. I think it's The Last Jedi.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, and I'm also excited to see where this is going to lead. And I think they've something I always like in stories is when they leave some things, you know, untold, like they leave some mystery. And this one's definitely left there's a lot of questions, like there's a lot of things to like that one could discuss about this story, like what's gonna happen, and you know, stuff like that.
Who is
like,
Snoke?
Exactly, that's one of the big ones. Who is Snoke? And also the question like whether or not Rey is related to someone that we know of previously. That's always, or I've seen a lot of discussions about that. If she's related to Luke, or if she's related to Obi-Wan Kenobi, I've heard that too.
I've heard a lot of the Obi-Wan Kenobi side of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which I'd go with though.
Yeah, I mean, I have no clue, to be honest. I remember when, like, before this movie came out, I remember seeing a lot of theories about Kylo Ren being Jar Jar Binks. and I kind of wished they would be true. I mean, obviously they weren't, but
Yeah,
you
have a little hope.
Yeah, because I think it would have redeemed Jar Jar as a character.
Yeah.
In some weird sense, but yeah. So yeah. Anything more you want to add on story?
No, I think that's all I have.
Awesome. Yeah, I guess we'll move on to the next category then, which is acting. And I'll share by just talking a little bit about that. Out of the new actors in the film, I mean, not counting Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher and those. Out of the new actors, there weren't a lot of them that I knew of previously, like that I knew of prior to seeing the film. There were a few, but like mostly there weren't any. But despite that fact, I could not be more pleased with the actors who, you know, starred in this film. I think they all did an amazing job and like really brought their characters to life.
Yeah, I agree with you there. They really did. I mean, I don't know the specific actor names off the top of my head, but I do know that they did a really great job making a new original character that was believable. You know, a lot of movies sometimes struggle with that, making a character believable. And especially for not having a lot of backstory, at least when the movie came out, you know, Lucasfilms was just bought by Disney, and they non-canonized all of the expanded universe stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And there wasn't a lot of backstory to go off. There was just a few books, maybe. And so they really did a great job of making believable characters despite all that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I specifically, I mean, I guess a lot of people do, but I really liked the new characters, Rey and Finn. I like those two in particular really caught my eye, and I look forward to seeing their character arcs develop more in the future films.
Yeah, and they also did feel different enough for me that I could, you know, that they were like some of the only parts of the movie that I didn't feel was a reskin of episode 4. They were so fresh and original, and that really was nice. And as for your comment about not having seen any of the actors before.
Well, most of them anyway.
Yeah, most of them, except for the original ones from the original trilogy.
Yeah.
I think that it's not something you see in a lot of movies, but at least for Star Wars, they really make their own stars.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna get to that as well.
Yeah, you look back at Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher when they were, you know, a lot younger, when Star Wars Episode 4 was coming out, and they hadn't been in anything. I mean,
Exactly,
I
yeah.
read somewhere that Han Solo, Harrison Ford, was like a stage prop designer before he was
Oh, yeah.
an actor. Like,
Interesting.
they had never done anything like that.
Yeah, it's really interesting how they do that. I think at least these days, I don't think there's a lot of like major movie franchises that do this like the same way that Star Wars does. So I'm glad that Star Wars like they're staying with what they've always done pretty much, despite so many other film companies not doing it the same way. So yeah, I really enjoy that, and you know, the most important thing is that the actors are good, and obviously they are in The Force Awakens. So I have no complaints at all. I think it's just more fun to see or to get to learn of more actors.
Yeah, I agree. The only actor I didn't like, I think, was I don't know his name, but Kylo Ren.
Oh yeah,
He kind of bugs me.
he is a little bit angsty and kind of yeah.
I don't know. I think it might be his nose. I'm not sure. Adam Driver. Yeah.
Right, that's his name.
Adam
yeah.
Driver. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. He's. I mean, I think for the character, I think the character needs someone like him. I think he does the character right. Then maybe, I mean, the character in itself. I see both good and bad things with the actual character. I like how it's. I mean, his struggle, basically, how he kind of has a little bit Darth Vader in him, but he's also, I mean, he's the son of Han and Leia, so he's not entirely bad. Like, I think he's, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what's actually going to happen, but I have a feeling he might turn good eventually. In the later on in the movies.
Yeah,
but,
I'm hoping so. I do like his character, despite not liking the actor.
Okay, I think you and I are in like switched positions in that then, because I'm not like at least the way the character is right now, I'm not like overly fond of him. I think the character is written in that way though, and I think the actor does it just as it should be. So I don't think it's the actor's fault personally. I think it's the character that makes me kind of, I don't know. It's kind of a, I mean, I like him and I don't like him. It's a little bit mixed for me.
Yeah, that's probably what they're going for too.
Yeah, and if that is what they're going for, then that's, you know, that's really well made.
Yeah,
'cause
good
that's
job.
That's exactly how I feel. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So moving on to the third category, which is visuals. You can start by talking a little bit about that.
Alright, well, as for visuals, the CGI was probably my favorite part of the movie. They had really, really amazing CGI and lighting and special effects and everything, and all the aliens, or I actually think the aliens were all actual costumes, or most of them, but...
Yeah, I think they were a little bit mixed. Like, there were some that weren't and some that weren't.
Yeah, but as for, you know, you see lasers and stuff, and spaceships and everything, and I think that the CGI was really, really well done. The lighting, I have to say, you know, you see in that scene where Kylo Ren and Rey are lightsaber fighting, and you see Rey's face, and it's got the red and the blue on it, on the lights on it, and the lighting is just so good in the movie, and it really brings the movie to life. And
I totally agree. And I think that particular thing with the lighting, I don't feel like they've done that previously in lightsaber duels in Star Wars. So I think that was a really neat thing to add. And yeah, I mean, I have definitely no complaints on the visual effects in The Force Awakens. I think it's, I mean, no Star Wars film that came before it had that good visual effects and CGI and everything. Like all the battles and everything, it looked spectacular. And I also really like how it feels almost like in the like alien designs and whatnot. I feel like they kind of brought some inspiration from the original trilogy and some inspiration from the prequel trilogy and brought it into one movie. So like some of the aliens look as if they come from they feel like they come from the different trilogies and they mix
Yeah.
there, and I like seeing that.
Yeah,
It feels very Star Wars.
I like being able to recognize some of the various species.
Absolutely, yeah.
And another example of the lighting that I really enjoyed was when Kylo Ren, like, he does the force power and he like stops the laser that Poe shoots at him, and like it's just sitting there and it's like crackling and glowing and everything. It was really well done.
Yeah, definitely.
Good CGI.
Very good CGI. A+.
Yeah.
So yeah, moving on to the last category of today is audio, and I'll start by talking a little bit about that. First of all, I mean, obviously, it's always awesome hearing the Star Wars main theme. That's
Of course.
kind of inescapable. And I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously that song wasn't made for this movie, but it was still in it, so that really, and always, opening with that, and it really helps set the mood for Star Wars, and it's always, kind of adrenaline kicking. And then there were some also some very good original compositions, I think. In particular, a favorite of mine is Rey's theme, which it just screams John Williams, and I can never get enough of John Williams. So I was really happy with the soundtrack overall, and the sound effects, like, no complaints there either. It just all seems so natural, so I didn't really think much of the sound effects per se. But I think the fact that I didn't really pay attention to them is like that means that they were good.
If the sound is too obnoxious, then it's probably not the right sound.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a pretty ungratifying job to be a sound designer. Like, if you're really, really good at it, you'll never get acknowledged because it's so good that people won't notice it. Basically. But yeah.
I really love the soundtrack and music for the movie. I've actually had the opportunity to play a section of the Rey's theme. It was like for my school band, and it was just so awesome to play because I agree with you. It's one of my favorite tracks in the soundtrack, and I just love that. It's so good.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, as for the other sound effects, it was, as always, amazing. Skywalker sound does everything. They're the standard.
Yeah.
So, just really awesome there.
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, I guess we don't disagree a lot on that one.
Yeah.
But that's always nice. So yeah, I guess that's all the 4 categories. So if you would give an overall score for the movie, just based on everything in it, from 1 to 10, how would you rank it?
Okay, let's see. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10.
That's still pretty good.
It's still pretty good, mostly because of the music and it's just Star Wars, and I can't get too upset with the Star Wars movie, because it's Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I'm just curious. This film compared to the other Star Wars films, how is it to you, like, in comparison to the other Star Wars films? I guess you don't like it that much in comparison, or?
I think that it's better than the prequels.
Right.
But as opposed to the original trilogy. I think it could take some notes. Well, I mean, it obviously did because of the story.
Right. Yeah.
But I think that I'll begin to enjoy it more once I can watch all three in a row. I'll appreciate it more. Obviously, I wasn't around when all three of the original movies came out, so
Right. Yeah.
I might have felt the same way then as well. I don't know.
I think. Personally, I also think it was definitely better than all of the movies in the prequel trilogy, and I also liked it. I actually liked it more than Episode 4 and Episode 5. It's like just below Episode 6 for me, so it's number 2 in my Star Wars list. And yeah, I guess I don't know where Rogue One would fit, but it's not that high. Anyway, my score for Star Wars: The Force Awakens would be at least an 8, maybe 8.5 or something. But yeah, it's at least a solid 8 there. I enjoyed it a lot.
That's good.
So if we don't have anything more to add, I will pass the show over to Chase with the Master Quiz.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Master Quiz. As always, I'm Chase, aka DekuNut, and with me today, I have our champion, Mido.
Hello!
And our challenger, Hyrulian Hero.
Hyrulian Hero, that's me.
Yep. So, for those of you who this is your first time, let's just go through the rules quickly. Obviously, Master Quiz, that's the name. It's a quiz show. We got 5 questions, and I'm going to ask them to those 2. They're going to make a little buzzer sound, probably with their mouths or with their phones if they really want to, up to them. After I ask the question, and then they have to answer it kind of like the first round of Family Feud. And then if they get it wrong, then it goes over to the other person, also like Family Feud. In fact, this is really just a 1v1 Family Feud, kind of now that I think
it'd
about
be
it.
a great host for Family Feud.
All right, I'm sorry guys, we're getting me out. We're replacing me with Steve Harvey. So yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, and if neither of them get the point, then I get the point. And if I ever win, that means there was a problem either with them or with my questions, probably with my questions. And if it ends up that I got an answer wrong or some of my answers need to be rechecked or they're unfair, I apologize to everyone. I am not a professional quiz show host or a professional really of anything. So are you gentlemen ready to answer some questions?
Yes, sir.
As am I.
All right, what are your little beep sounds going to be for when you're ready to answer a question? Just putting you on the spot. Okay, Mido's going to say click.
Oh,
Click?
That's Hyrulian Hero. Hey, I call click.
No, that's him.
Oh,
He's
that
doing
was
click.
him.
Alright,
I
I
can't
just
tell
wanna
your
double
voices
check what was
apart. This is a
going
problem. All right, so Hero is saying click. Mido, what are you saying?
Boop. I'm going to go ahead and do my beep again.
Okay, that's a great beep. You should stick with that beep. So, with that, let's get started on the first question. By the way, this week's theme is Link's Awakening. If you ever have any ideas for themes, be sure to put it in the comments or message me or something. I don't know. But yeah, so Link's Awakening, a game I've never played. Let's see how well this works. Question 1. Which of the following is not referenced in Link's Awakening? SimCity, Star Fox, or Kirby?
Click.
Okay, HH, what you got for me?
I'm gonna go with Star Fox.
That is correct. There's multiple references from Kirby, including the anti-Kirby, and Mr. Right is a SimCity reference. There's no Star Fox reference.
I actually was going to say SimCity, but then I've thought about Mr. Right. Wait, is he the guy with like the weird hair?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's riding to a goat, which is I think Nintendo's first foray into interspecies relationships.
Oh my. Oh, gee.
There's a lot of interesting things happening with animals in this game. Alright, so that's 1 point for HH. Question 2. What year was Link's Awakening released?
Woo!
Okay, Mido, go.
1993?
That is correct.
Wow.
I got no other background information for that because it's a number. But, yeah. So that's 1 point for each. Going on to number 3. We were talking about Mr. Wright earlier, and in the game, Christine writes a letter to him. Within that letter, she includes a picture. What does that picture look like?
Click.
All right, what you got for me?
Let's say, looks like Princess Toadstool, and I'm going with the old name.
All right, well, I don't actually... I think they came out with the name Princess Peach beforehand because I don't actually remember when they came out with it, what year, but whatever, it's the same character, so you get the point. Good job, Hyrulian. That's... All right, question 4. How do you get the perfect ending?
Click.
All right, Hyrulian.
You gotta not die.
That is correct, and I guess, that was game points. We got one question left, and Mido can't actually win. So, yeah.
The streak is over! The streak is over! The streak is over! Let's see what the last question is.
Yeah, we got one more question, and the tiebreaker. I never get to use the tiebreaker. But whatever, last question. What is the name of Nightmare's final form? Bueller?
I can't even answer the question.
Yeah, it would be so much better.
It's on the tip of my brain. I've got something.
Yeah, no,
on
same
here.
with me.
Come on, guys, you can do it.
Oh, click.
Okay, what is it?
I just want to be clear about this. When I say click, I'm referencing the Adam Sandler movie.
Perfect,
Not the actual
yes.
sound. Yeah.
All right, gotcha. I haven't seen the movie, so I didn't know. Good to know. Now, what is your answer for the question that does not actually matter?
I think it's Dethel.
That is correct, actually. The name is...
Woo!
I think the Japanese form was like Death's Eye or something like that. I don't know.
I like that better.
Yeah, but, Dethel's a pretty cool name, too.
You
it
guys
just
should
sounds
make
like your grandmother's name.
The Adam Sandler movie, make that the next Master Quiz topic.
What, grandmother's names?
All right.
I'm going to take Bertha for 300.
Yep, suddenly this has gone from being the Family Feud to being Jeopardy.
This is great.
All right, so the tiebreaker I didn't get to use. I'm not going to make you guys do it. I guess you can if you want.
You don't have to.
Was to name the siren instruments. Just going back and forth until one person can't name any. Which is hard.
I forgot what the question was?
Yeah, that's what the tiebreaker was.
Oh.
Which I didn't expect.
Let's do it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah,
it'd
be
go ahead
fun.
and do it. If you can't name the little fancy word that comes before it, you can just say what kind of instrument it is. Somebody start.
Yeah, you go first.
Wait, so what's the question again? Sorry, I just want to hear it.
Just what instruments do you need to wake up the windfish?
Oh.
So, you name one, then he'll name one, and then you name another, and just go on until one person gets it wrong or can't name one.
A flute.
And Mido is out.
Yes. I mean, oh wait, this is
hey, whoa, hold on here, yo.
It's called a marimba.
Oh, I see.
Hey, okay, so the ocarina is a flute, and you totally need it to wake the windfish. Oh, you were smarter than all of us.
I know the marimba's. It looks kind of like a pan flute from above, but it's a xylophone. That's not one of the siren instruments, so screw you guys.
I see.
But yeah, so that's a good thing we didn't have to go to that then. So congratulations.
Good thing I played all that Assassin's Creed.
So I
Gotta
guess
throw in my Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Abridged reference.
All right. Well, congratulations to our new champion, Hyrulian Hero.
New
Mido,
champion!
thank you for joining us these last couple weeks. It's been great having you, and maybe we'll have you come back when we run out of people who are willing to put their voices on the podcast.
That
Luckily,
sounds good to me.
I'm just glad to know that the people now have a people's champion. Hyrulian Hero, make us proud.
All right, and I guess with that, anything else you want to say before we sign off?
Cheese!
Ditto.
All right then.
Yeah, I thought we were taking like a group photo or something, or like
Okay.
a photo with our voices.
We're gonna take a photo, even though the three of us have never been in the same place, or even two of us haven't been in the same place. And click.
But
Actually, I guess you should probably.
Hey,
say click.
whoa, I
yeah,
already
sorry.
told
I'll
click.
He
Yep,
already
there.
claimed that one.
Fine. Go ahead and say it.
Click.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, thank you guys for listening, and I guess I'll turn you over to Tristan to do the last little bit and say goodbye. We'll see you guys next week with Hyrulian Hero and whoever decides to put their name in the hat next. I'm not gonna say who that is, even though I guess you already know. So yeah, bye.
Spoilers.
And that concludes episode 5 of Channel ZDI. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you to all the guests who have participated in the podcast, not only on this episode, but in the previous episodes as well. You guys have really been helping to make this what it is, so I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate it. And thank you, everybody who have been listening consistently since episode 1. You guys rock. So that's it for this episode. Tune in next time. Should be releasing the next episode sometime within the next month or so. I'm really trying not to make them drag out this long, but, you know, it is what it is, right? Anyway, so episode 6 should be out sometime in the near future, so look forward to that. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and see you guys, see you all motherfuckers later. Yeah. I'm not even going to edit that out because that was great. That was a perfect ending. So bye. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Woo!